America, land of the free and home of the brave, a land of opportunity, hope, and prosperity for those who seek it, a land where you can finish your shift at work, kiss your wife goodbye, and be home in time for 2.5 Men, not because you particularly like it, but because nothing else is on. It's home. But where did it all begin? When was the moment that defined the very nation we stand on? We take you back to a time before the moon landing, before civil rights, and before Pop-Tarts revolutionized breakfast as we know it. We take you to the 70s. No! Colonial life in 1770 was both promising and peaceful. The average New England colonies had a large focus on family, close neighborhoods, and life, while the Chesapeake colonies had a different approach. Trading was a common form in currency in America. While most commonly farmers, many colonists traded goods and services to get by. Children took part in trading as well. The church became a very large part of society, setting the morals of families everywhere and often being the center of town meetings.
Today we gather before God in His infinite wisdom to ask one awe-striking question. Are powdered wigs too ridiculous?
Although slavery was still an issue, there was a brief time, mostly in northern colonies, that African Americans could work through their life, eventually earn freedom and find work as private farmers. It was a small and short-lived step, but who knows? This stance for African Americans could eventually lead to the White House. Yes, it was a time of peace, but it wasn't all good times. Across the Atlantic, a dastardly league of evil loomed and threatened life in the darkest possible way.
I do say, would anyone care for some tea?
Governor. I do say, good chums, we should consider these town shindigs we put on the American people.
Whatever do you mean, town shindigs?
The very town shindigs we put in place to extort our superiority over the colonies.
So it's settled. Rubbish acts. We repeal them.
No, man. We need to retain the right to tax tea to keep power over the Americans, man.
Lord North is right. Would anybody like a crumpet?
Governor.
Meanwhile, in the colonies, Boston civilians are gunned down after rebelling against the townships in the infamous Boston Massacre. Today, it's still one of Boston's greatest tragedies, next to the Red Sox. In 1772, a young go-getter by the name of Samuel Adams formed the Committee of Correspondence as a response to the Gaspee affair, taking control of public officials away from the colonies. The committee was a group of influential American men who, together, kept in communication with Parliament.
Governor.
Look, man. We gotta enforce the tax now, man.
What's up with you and tea? I don't get it.
Don't worry. Be happy, man. The Americans need to understand that we have the upper hand, and a little tea tax won't hurt a bit, man.
The Boston Tea Party, as it became known, was a triumph conducted by a radical group known as the Sons of Liberty. They rebelled against a new tax by throwing barrels of imported tea into the Boston Harbor. It was a great success, but Parliament quickly took notice.
Hey, what was that?
What was what?
You know exactly what was what. You just threw all the tea into the harbor the other day.
Us? Nah, couldn't have been.
You're drinking some of the tea right now.
It's just a coincidence.
You know what? Give me your shoe.
What?
Yeah, no, come here.
My shoe!
Yeah, that's right, huh? You act like that. You know what? From now on, all left shoes are banned in the colonies. Yeah, coercive act.
You can't do that.
I just did. Parliament.
The coercive acts, or intolerable acts, caused the Americans to rebel in the form of the First Continental Congress, which resulted in a boycott of British imports. The iconic meeting included the likes of John and Samuel Adams, Patrick Henry, and George Washington. It was very effective, but not as exciting enough for a movie. So, here's a dramatic reenactment.
Yeah!
Yay!
In the April of 1775, tensions rose over the top between British and colonists, and eventually shots were fired in the Lexington and Concord. Ah! We're gonna die! This was the first spark of the American Revolutionary War. But first, another Continental Congress!
Hey, guys, let's develop a continental army.
On June 17th, 1775, the Battle of Bunker Hill took many lives. Although technically a British victory, the Redcoat body count greatly outnumbered the colonial one, leaving the American spirit live and well. On July 4th, 1776, our founding fathers signed the Declaration of Independence, the most famous article in American history, along with the Constitution, and the novel If You Give a Mouse a Cookie.
Very well written, Jefferson. This declaration of ceding from British rule fully backs up our reasons for war. I'm just going to take out some of these more racist remarks. And it's perfect. Now I'll make history being the first person to sign. No!
The war ran on as the months went by, with Washington and his troops surrendering at Long Island.
Governor.
But the colonies came back in Trenton. Suddenly, a surprise attack from the north, led by General Burgoyne, changed the battle. But luckily, the Americans were able to counter these attacks and succeed in their defenses. Meanwhile, on the home front...
Yes, these papers will forever change the American government.
Yes, these articles of confederation will forever change politics in America.
And I'm Benjamin Franklin. This is a great idea.
It was a horrible idea. America was heading for independence, but the road still seemed long and hard. In order to accept their fate and defeat the British, they would need the help of a powerful ally, one with grace, power, and dignity.
Does anyone care for some wine and cheese?
God bless America.